how I make 20K a day with dropshipping at 17 years old. Guys, let me tell you something. I respect you for clicking on this video, right? And I'm going to be providing some sauce. So take out your notebook, take out whatever it is. I'm currently in Miami right now. I don't know if you guys can see the cheeky view out the back, but let me talk about something. New is not better. Better is better. All right, understand that. New is not better. Better is better, okay? So you don't have to, oh, that's a really bad T. You don't have to fucking reinvent the wheel. All you have to be doing is selling a product that meets the consumer's expectations, right? If you guys, look, I'm not against faking reviews on your website whatsoever. Not at all, right? Like faking reviews on your website, completely fine. As long as you're not lying on them, okay? If you're lying on your website about, if you get your product every 10 days, don't lie and say they got it in 72 hours, right? So write that down, right? New is not better. Better is better. And let me write some, guys. TikTok. We all know about TikTok. We all know about it. Fuck TikTok. TikTok sucks ass. I don't know why people waste their time doing fucking TikTok organic, bro. Instagram. Instagram is where it's at, guys. I'm telling you right now. I had a one-on-one guy do 4.5 million views. I'll throw up a screenshot. I'll have to blur out the picture because he is still running it, right? But this guy, it was his first store. His first store. So this guy already has more than proof of concept, right? The thing is, I can't necessarily show the product because he is still running, but I want to put these guys in here. So look, I always talk about this, right? Look, here's you guys. Now you're probably confused on what the fuck I'm drawing right now, but it'll connect in a second, all right? This is you guys, and you're an ostrich, and your head is in the sand, and you have no idea what you're doing. And the reason I use this term is because most of you guys don't do anything with, like, you guys know what you need to do. Your problems are knocking at your door, but you refuse to keep your head in the sand, right? You're an ostrich. This is you. The problem's right here is like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? You know what you need to do, but you're sitting here, you're all stubborn, like, I don't want to do that because I'm a lazy buck, right? So you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it. Most people won't admit that making money is 80% mindset. Making money is 80% mindset. I could hand you an e-com store or an agency doing 100K a month, right? And most of you guys would probably fuck it up. Let me tell you something right now. Let's do a little exercise, right? Do you guys think you can make 10K a month? Do you think you're actually capable of making 10K a month right now? Say verbally yes or no, because I'm talking to you as an individual. Say verbally yes or no. If you said yes and you're not making 10K a month, then you're wrong. Because if you knew how to make 10K a month or you were capable of doing it, then you would be. As an individual, right? You aren't the kind of person that can run a business like that. You're going to fuck it up, and that's the reality of it, okay? So piggybacking off of that, let me talk about beliefs, right? Because piggybacking off of the fact that I said that making money is 80% mindset, I want to talk about beliefs for a second. Human beings, psychologically, right? If you've ever studied psychology, you know that humans are unable to act out of accordance of their beliefs. So realistically, and we talk a lot about belief systems on this channel. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in the last video. So what is a belief system, right? Most people just do shit. They do something just because. And then you ask them why, and they're like, well, I don't know. People don't sit down and analyze why. What is your identity? Take for example, right? Me. Or it could be vice versa, fat people or skinny people. But I used to think all the time that, I adopted the identity of a skinny person with a fast metabolism, which is the reason I couldn't bulk, right? So for the longest time, I constantly told myself, I can't bulk. I'm just that kind of person. So I adopted that negative identity and I attached myself to that belief. People don't have beliefs. Beliefs have people. Understand that. So once I fucking detached myself and I was like, you know what? The only thing that's stopping me from just doing it is myself and my mindset behind it. So your belief systems are your fundamentals as an individual that have been formed from anything from growing up, personal experiences, what your parents told you, what your teachers told you, what your friends say, anything. So realistically, right, if your teachers told you that you just can't focus and you grow up with that fundamental belief that you can't focus, you're gonna adopt the identity of somebody who just doesn't focus. But most people don't think critically and break that down and think, why do I think that? Why have I adopted this identity that doesn't have any kind of return, right? There's no net positive to thinking and adopting the identity of something negative. I don't have a single, Obviously, in my eyes, I don't have a single negative aspect about me. Obviously, I always have to improve. But this moves on to the next thing, right? You don't achieve your goals, you achieve your standards. You're like, what the fuck does he mean, right? So you are where you are due to the fact that you're like, let me draw something right now. I way back when I started, this was like almost a year and a half ago. When I first started making money and I just hit 10K a month, I would not allow myself to hit below 10K a month, right? So if I had less than $10,000 on my bank account, then I would freak the fuck out. And that was my baseline standard. That's a pretty high baseline standard. Most people above the age of 25, I think it's like the average 30-year-old American doesn't have 10K liquid. So that's a pretty fucking high standard, but I didn't even I remember one day I went shopping. I dropped to $9,700 in my bank account. You know what the fuck I did? I did not sleep that night. I worked until I fucking made it back, okay? But here's the thing. Most people, their baseline standard is all the way down here. They're comfortable. The reason you are where you are is because your standards are too low. Again, I'll say it again. People don't achieve their goals. They achieve their standards. My standards are so high. Basically, a good example is a hygiene standard. I cannot go to sleep in my bed if I don't shower. And that is my hygiene standard, right? And there's no excuses. There's no exceptions. I'd rather fucking stay up the whole night than go to bed without showering. So making 10K a month for me is my showering before bed. You guys need to increase your fucking standards, okay? Understand that. So it doesn't matter if you're on a couch right now. It doesn't matter what you're doing. But the fact that you are where you are, what happened? Okay. But the fact that you are where you are shows that your standards aren't high enough, right? You need to adopt the identity. And here's here's you. And here at $0 a month, and you're freaking sad because you have $0 a month. And then here's you who's really happy because you're at 10K a month. And you're making this money and you're showing your parents everything. Imagine what you could buy your mom for her birthday, right? Understand, there's a $10,000 a month difference between these two people. So if you think that this guy is the same person as this guy, just making more money, you are completely wrong. There's there's major differences in the thought processes, the decision making, the habits, right? The music they listen to, how many hours they sleep, the food they eat. It's exponential. Right? So you need to understand you're at $0 a month right now. What you're doing right now is not going to fucking make you money. You need to constantly be changing. A good way to put it, right? Pain, let me write this down. Pain equals progress. Sorry, I'm running out of mouse space right here. Pain is progress. So if you can optimize your day for pain, right? A good analogy is Charlie Morgan. He said that every single time you feel some kind of resistance or pain, that is your old self dying and your old beliefs being shoved out of your body. Right? So every single time you feel pain, that is your old self slowly dying. You need to adopt the identity of somebody, just whoever you want to be, right? If I want to become the best, if I want to become the number one e-com guy in the space, who's dropping the craziest sauce, the most amounts of anything, right? I need to adopt that identity of the guy. Like, understand that, right? So even if you're making 10K a month to 12K a month, that $2,000 a month difference is small, but it's still fucking change, all right? So what I wanted to talk about when we're talking about organic, right? For example, organic. Most people, when they post their videos, right? The biggest mistake I see in e-commerce specifically is people sell videos or people make videos that they wouldn't watch and they sell products that they wouldn't buy. And I'm sitting here, I'm telling you guys right now, if you're in DRM, quick plug, DRM, Digital Renaissance Man, join, link in the description, join the free Discord, book a call down below, one-on-one. I took a guy from pretty much homeless to 10K a month in 16 days. There's too many here's just testimonials for DRM, too many stuff to throw up, right? But sorry, I just had to plug it, guys. But basically, I'm going to drop some quick sauce. So the thing where most people go wrong, right? You need to have a customer avatar. Doesn't matter if you're an agency, doesn't matter if you're selling e-com, doesn't matter what you're doing, but you need to have a customer avatar, which is basically a fake person, an ideal person who you're selling to. If you're making less than $5,000 a month, I highly suggest making your customer avatar based around yourself, because who knows you better than you? Sell products you would buy, make a website you would buy from, make videos you would find interesting and stop scrolling on, it's quite so simple. Why would you sell, if you're 14 and you play fucking basketball, why are you selling a beauty product trying to market that organically? It's like what Kanye said. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras? That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you guys. What the fuck do you know about cameras? You're Lady Gaga. What the fuck do you know about cameras? Exactly. So you see what I'm saying? People do shit and their standards are so low. Here's my thing, right? With anything I produce, from the content in my paid community, from the content on my YouTube, from the content on my Instagram, doesn't matter what it is, every single thing that I produce, I make sure that it is up to my standards, and my standards are fucking high. And I make sure that I would consume, if I was in everybody else's position watching, I would make sure that I would find value from it. There's so many YouTube videos that I've recorded that I genuinely don't think were good enough to post. So you know what I did? I fucking improved them, right? So understand, when you're making videos, you need to make your customer avatar yourself, right? So what I highly recommend everybody do right now, if you're starting e-com, right, and you're doing organic, make three niches or audience or markets, whatever it may be, that you are in. So for example, with me, right, it could be music, it could be gym, and it could be productivity or biohacking, right? So those are three niches and markets that I'm really deeply tapped into. I understand the videos that go popular, the sounds, the influencers. I understand the whole culture. The first store that I ever took to 10K a month was a gym product. Back when I was religiously going to the gym, watching all those gym products, looking at the Ziz edits, like the fucking everything. I was so unbelievably tapped into the culture that I was able to hit 10K a month, because who knows how to market to a certain person better than yourself if that certain person is yourself? Does that make sense? So when you guys are doing e-com, right? And obviously I could go on and on and on about a lot of mistakes, but realistically, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is the most valuable thing that you will ever watch. So and look at me in my eyes, understand this. This is the most valuable thing you're going to hear when it comes to your e-commerce journey, okay? Seriously, understand that you're not going to make your first $100,000 off of your one product. And if you do, you're fucking lucky. I had a guy who came to me, this guy got 8 million views on an Instagram reel. And it was a solid reel, but his website was terrible. And I was trying to explain to this guy, I'm like, brother, if I'm being completely honest, I don't want to be disrespectful, but you got fucking lucky. You really got lucky there. You don't even, I'm telling this guy right now, you have no idea why the video fucking blew up. You don't know why you got sales. He made like 5K in a week. He doesn't know why, like his website was terrible. He didn't know why his website was bad. He didn't know why his video did good. He didn't understand the philosophy behind it. This guy caught the equivalent of a fucking crypto pump, right? So this guy just got, like, this guy's not, a good analogy is teaching the hungry man how to fish. This guy just all of a sudden just fucking bought his first net, and then on some odd reason, 1 in a million chance, a bunch of fish fucking flew into his net. That's what happened to this guy. So realistically, when you're on doesn't matter what you're doing, your e-com journey, right? Your first product isn't going to make you $100,000, but, and this is a very big but, run it anyways. I don't care if your product isn't a winner. People spend too much time aiming and trying to get a headshot, but they can't even handle the recoil of a fucking 50 cal, right? So, and that's the most valuable thing you'll ever know. You need to be shooting a machine gun 1 million different times because you're going to hit the target. It is a volume game. It is strictly a volume game, right? So when it comes down to organic, realistically, there's no net negative to not making another YouTube Shorts account or another Instagram account. What's the net negative to posting 3 videos a day opposed to 2? You're only upping your chances more of getting a sale. It's like flipping a coin, right? If you flip a coin 1,000 times, you're going to get heads once. It's regression to the mean. That's a thing in statistics called regression to the mean. So you got to understand, and let me tell you something, the value you're going to get of running your first product, but consciously understanding it's not a winner, but understanding that the value you're going to get is the experience. The best teacher's experience. Understanding the value of making the website, navigating Shopify, adding the product, putting in the payment info, making the TikToks, making the organic, understanding, and then obviously if it doesn't work out, you got to sit down and analyze why it failed. Because like I say all the time, failure without reflection is fucking meaningless. People just fail and they're stuck in this hamster wheel of failure because they don't reflect and improve. So obviously, guys, your first product isn't going to make you a millionaire, but understand that you are going to get proof of concept. The experience is the value you're going to get from it, okay? That's just, like I said, and I'll say this again, you're trying to aim and get a fucking headshot, but you can't handle the fucking recoil of the 50 cal. So you need to be shooting your machine gun 1 million times because the chance you're gonna hit the target once. It's only a matter of time. Let me tell you guys something right now. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, all right? You're watching my channel, you've made it this far, so I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be successful. This is the most valuable video you've probably ever watched on YouTube, right? So Look, I've been in your position. I've been in your exact position. I am no different to you. I'm just a kid who figured it out, right? I'm no different to you. Like you see me here, you see me in Miami, man. I'm up in this, sick apartment. Oh my God. You're like, you see that stuff. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm no different to you. I was exactly in your position. I used to play the video games. I used to fucking, be sitting in my room. I used to do the exact same stuff you were. I am no different to you. My hands are the same. My feet are the same. I am a human. The only thing is that I figured it out. And God has different timelines for everybody. I want everybody to understand that it is possible, regardless of who you are. It really is possible. And look at me now, dude. I've been able to connect with some really sick people. I'll throw up some screenshots. I've been able to help a lot of people, right? Like I took a dude from homeless to 10K a month in 16 days. Who do you know helps? Like, who do you know is helping people like that? Like I've been able to, I kid you not, people will have 4,000 people in the paid community and they still will struggle to post the sheer volume of testimonials that I post and community wins, whatever you want to call it, at the quality of them, right? So people have 4,000 people. I have 100 people in my community, 100, and I post 10 times the wins that these dudes with 5,000 to 6,000 members post. Sorry to do that, but I just want to let you guys know that coming from somebody, like, I completely understand where you're at. I just want you to know that it is possible. It is strictly a volume game. You just have to keep trying. Thank you for watching and have an absolute blessed day.